What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Crew 2, and well, it turns out some cars were released in the Crew 2 on Wednesday, so I'm taking a look at the first one here, the Renault R.S.01. Now, first glance, you might actually think this was an Audi R8, because don't worry, I did the same thing. But getting right into the customization of this car, let's see what you can do to it. Alright guys, getting right into the customization, let's check this thing out. So we have some official colors here. Honestly, it looks pretty awesome. Ooh, that red looks really cool. I'm going to go with that red. And obviously you can put any other colors on. Those are the colors that are pretty much available on any vehicle. And then liveries, whatever somebody has made, you can put on the vehicle if you'd like. Pretty cool so far looking there. And then you can also remove the one that's currently on there if you don't like it. So backing out of that. Visual part. Let's see. So you cannot do anything to the vehicle itself. I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely not going to change those rims because those rims look freaking awesome. So I'm going to leave them on there. Caliper color you can change as well, but I think I'm just going to leave that the standard color as well. And then finally, for the vanity colors, you can change stuff on there if you pretty much have the tires that you want to put on there. If you don't, you can always go buy some tires in the little vanity shop there. Or just leave it stock, which is what I plan to do. Put some smoke on there. Let's see, we'll put that on there. Put that on there, and then you can underglows, window tints, horns, and then you can actually put some police sirens on the top, which is interesting. That's pretty much it. Let's go drive it. Alright guys, I figured I would do a quick top speed run on this car as well before I jump into a race. So, let's see what the top speed on the new Renault RS1 is. Like I said guys, this car has very impressive acceleration for what it is, from what I'm seeing anyway. I'm sure it'll probably compare to most of the other cars in the class though, so it's not like overpowered or anything like that. But so far it's honestly pretty amazing. This is Nitro Chemist on here, so let's see what this thing can get to. So 257 is the top speed on this vehicle, which is actually pretty impressive. On most tracks you probably won't be able to hit that speed. But if it's one of the weird races in the summit where you're on the street and you can hit jumps and all that, like that one race, then this car might actually come in handy for that. Alright guys, arriving into the race right now. Now instead of doing a quick little test drive, I figured I would just jump into a quick race here to test it out, because you're pretty much going to be driving these cars mostly on the track or anything else. Unless one of the weird summits come out and you got to drive this thing on the road, which would be really weird. But I would not doubt that. So this is one of the races I figured I'd test it on to see how it does. I have a little build on the car I will leave at the end of the video as well if you guys want to test it out. So how's the car doing overall starting out? Well, I'm honestly pretty impressed with this thing. Obviously looks alone, this car is a really good looking vehicle. It does resemble an Audi R8 a little bit, which is nothing wrong with that at all. Good, obviously awesome car as well. When it comes to how this thing performs though, I think this thing's going to be a really good vehicle to be using instead of the other ones in the lovely touring car class there, because, well, how many cars do we actually use in this class, guys? I mean, honestly, I don't even use this class, if I'm going to be honest with all of you. I don't really use it too much, so I just hit the top speed run there on the track, but I did run in the wall. So this thing did hit the 257 there without any issues with Nitro Chemist, which is honestly pretty impressive. One thing that's fun about these cars is you can hit the nitrous on them and they just get so much grip that they can use pretty much not that much to hit a lot of speed, which is pretty cool. This car, like I said, it's gonna disrupt this class a little bit. We honestly don't use these classes too often. Sometimes we see them in summits, but really not that much. This is the one class I noticed that's been kind of underused, which is not really anything wrong with that, but I have noticed that, I mean, these cars really aren't used too often. Taking a look at the interior real fast here as well, guys, you will notice that, well, it looks like a race car there. Got the digital thing dashed there that looks similar to a lot of the rally cars in the game as well. So it looks pretty cool, and honestly I do like it. If you're going to be driving in first person, it looks like you do get some vision issues there. Kind of looks a little weird on top, but it's not too hard to see, luckily. Another quick top speed run here. Well, kind of. I don't really want to run this thing into the wall again. Yeah, 200 and almost 50 again. Hit the brakes. This car's got decent brakes too, so everything about this thing so far seems like it'll be a really good competitor, especially in the summits. If you guys wanted to purchase the vehicle, all you gotta do is head over to the vanity thing and buy the bundle currently with the other two vehicles as well. Or you can head over to the Touring Car HQ and purchase this car by itself if you just want this vehicle. I think you guys should honestly give this thing a try, and if you're like a competitive racer like doing summits, this is definitely a good vehicle that can be used in the summits. Definitely pretty awesome, guys. Overall, I give the car a pretty high rating. It definitely seems like it's a very good new vehicle to be using in this class. Considering most people don't use a touring car, it seems like a pretty good vehicle to be running. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and definitely check out the new cars that have been added to the Crew 2. And here is the build for the new Renault RS1.